even just as well as just anywhere else, I feel like every woman just runs to OnlyFans. And I'm actually...
You mean every woman in Tulsa runs OnlyFans?
They runs to OnlyFans. I'm just choosing to be...
Did you guys had plans to, hey, married or just, hey, just fun time?
It was always supposed to just be a fun time. You know, I think that's how all the love stories start. It was always supposed to just be a fun time. He has several kids ahead of, like me. Yeah. I think he's on his 5th kid. Just not being responsible, honestly. He has 5 kids.
Wait, so every year he'd be like popping?
I guess he figures let's
So how many baby mamas?
They all have separate.
So 5 baby mamas?
Yes. Has a restraining order on him on one. Doesn't communicate with the other. So they're pretty toxic on the other end. So I didn't know anything about his personal life until after I had his child. And that's when everything started, coming into... Oh, and he has a gambling problem. That's another thing. So gambling issues, that's not something I want. That? Bad enough to get evicted twice. That's... Shout out to the single moms. They are... Listen, we're the truth. Because it's hard. And not all of them. Let me turn that back. I've done a lot of them, and they never.
What do you mean a lot of them?
Let me
break it down.
It'll literally just be weed. I've done alcohol. I mean, that's just those are my go-tos. I mean, I've tried coke. I've tried it. That wasn't something that I did on the...
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, beautiful people, wherever you watching us from around the world. Yeah. All right. Welcome once again on that great episode on One on K84 Podcast with your host and friend, Kenna the Greatest. All right, we've got truly a great guest in the building today. You know what I mean? But before that, make sure to become part of the K84 family and community. Just go on social media, type in K84 Podcast, and stay connected. You know what I mean? Follow us, like, subscribe, tell a friend to tell another friend. Stick around, the show kicks off right after this.
It's K84, turn up, it's official.
Alright, before we proceed to give you what you need, if you got a story to share, or if you want to do business, you know what I mean, this is safe and open space for all to come on and have real conversation. You know what I'm saying? So hey, my guest for the day,
Jazz Charmaine is an aspiring up and coming R&B artist and dedicated health professional. Born and raised in Louisiana, her journey eventually led to Tulsa, Oklahoma, a place she now calls home. Growing up in a deeply religious household shaped her value, but life unfolded in unexpected ways. As a single mom, Jazz learned resilience, faith, self-discovery all at once. Through music, motherhood, and purpose, she continued to turn her story into strength. Get ready, buckle up, and fasten your seatbelt for a great conversation with my guest. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Jazz Charmaine.
Hello, Miss Jazz.
Hi, thanks for having me.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm grateful to be here.
Oh, okay. So, how is life?
Life is good. I'm expanding. I'm actually going into artistry. I'm excited about that. Trying to do modeling. It's a lot going on. 2026. We're in a new year.
All right.
Gotta do things different.
All right. I feel you. All right. So before we delve in the conversation, right? I love to play this game with my guests.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I ask you a question, and then you choose one. All right. So, McDonald's or KFC?
McDonald's.
Why?
It's cheap. It's convenient. I find myself being in McDonald's line more than KFC.
Really?
I promise. I don't know. It's just KFC is, yeah. I mean, no, not for me. I'm not a KFC kind of girly, you know.
Oh,
McDonald's.
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
I mean, I love KFC, but you want me,
What exactly make McDonald's so special?
It's just convenient and it's affordable. And I have a 2-year-old, so it's just nuggets, fries. That's her go-to. As long as she gets her toys, she's fine. So.
Okay.
I mean.
Okay. All right. So, Coca-Cola or Pepsi-Cola?
Coke.
Why?
Pepsi has just a taste to it. Coke is more of that's an OG dark drink. I'm not a dark drink kind of girly, but if we're gonna go dark drinks, we're gonna go Coke.
Okay.
OG.
Yeah. Okay.
Coke.
I feel you. So, Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Christmas.
Why?
I just love have a holly jolly Christmas. I mean, I love food. I'm a foodie, but I think Christmas,
by Thanksgiving, everybody cook.
I know, and you get
turkey,
to eat.
Yeah.
I know.
So why Christmas?
Because it's just, I don't know. It's just, that's my favorite song. We got all the Mariah Careys. We got all the good songs on Christmas. We don't have no good Thanksgiving songs. I told you, I love music.
Why don't you create a Thanksgiving song?
You know what? Maybe I need to create a Thanksgiving song.
Yeah.
I need to copyright that before. Yes, I need to do that.
That would be dope.
Yeah, I need to do that. Thanksgiving song.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Okay. So, Toyota or Ford?
Ford.
Why?
I've had more Ford cars than Toyota. I haven't had too many. Yeah, you can get a good Ford truck. Toyota, I don't know about too many good Toyotas. I don't. Yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. How is life and everything so far?
Life is good. Life. I feel like life's what you make it. I've always, been a grinder, been a hustler. I'm a CNA, medication aid, and I'm still chasing my nursing dreams. So it's a lot of things going on top of still trying to find my way through the Tulsa streets of trying to be an artist.
So where is she originally from?
New Orleans, Louisiana. I was born there. After Hurricane Katrina hit in 2005, me and my family came up here. We traveled with my church family, and we've been up here ever since.
Oh,
so I've
like
been
it here?
It's home. It's home. So, I've always loved Tulsa. Tulsa feels more like home than when I go back to Louisiana. It feels like I'm a foreigner, even though I was born there. So.
You don't want to leave Tulsa?
Nah, I do want to leave Tulsa. I do. I love Tulsa, but I definitely want to leave Tulsa. It's just, I think I'm going to get more love outside of Tulsa than in Tulsa, as far as artistry, modeling, and just your home doesn't love you as much as, other people will. And they'll support a stranger quicker than your family back home. And it's sad, but that's just kind of how it is. So.
Okay. So let's talk about your career, right? Your music, modeling. Mm-hmm. We're about to have a deep conversation today. Okay. So, why music?
It's always been a passion. So I grew up singing in church.
Okay.
I was the, lead choir director for the kids' church. That was me, and I've always loved it. It's always been a passion of mine, more than modeling. I mean, I love, everyone's like, you can model, you should model. And that'll be a lane that I'll go into, but music's just my passion. I love a good song. I just recently watched that Diddy series, and it just kind of I know some people got mad. It kind of made me want to, because one thing about Diddy that I can say is he was a go-getter. He didn't stop, he didn't stop until he got what he wanted. And when he finally got what he wanted, I mean, he climbed the industry, as you can see in the, and that's kind of what I just want to, I'm humble enough to listen to a person's opinion, but not too, willing, if that makes sense,
Okay, so what genre of music do you aspire or inspire to make?
I want to do R&B, maybe some hip hop. So when I think of like women in the industry that I'd want to be like, I'm thinking of like the SZAs, the Summer Walkers, the Janae Echoes, the soft girls. I want to eventually get into my Cardi bag, but I just don't want to. That's not where I want to start, because that's just not me. I don't relate to, I love Cardi and I love her songs, and you will see me banging her songs, but that's just not what I'll write in the studio. That's just not my forte. But
for the sake of audience that don't know you, can we feel a bit of your voice, your singing priority?
Yes. Let's see.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of a song. Look, throw me a song and I'll sing it. Throw me a song.
No, your song. We're not gonna.
I know, right? Look, now I'm just like you caught
freestyle. You could like freestyle. Let's see.
I know. Let's think. Cause like I'll go gospel in here for real.
Yeah, sure. You wanna hear something?
That's what I'll do. I love you forever. I love you forever. I love you forever, Lord. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a little bit. Yes, that's my roots, gospel roots. That's my roots.
All right. So, can you explain this? What is your motivation to go into R&B? Because it feels like R&B is dying.
I don't think R&B's ever died.
No, it's not died. It's not dead yet, but it feels like
it's going down.
Yeah.
I can agree with you. I think everyone's so focused on being like rap and hip hop that they don't want, to go back to the real R&B roots. That's what everyone fell in love with. The Jodeci's, everyone fell in love with the real authentic R&B. So I don't know. That's just kind of my, that's just my passion. I love R&B. That's just kind of, I know I can go in the studio and make some fire R&B tracks, but like I said, hip hop, that's not really gonna be my like go-to first off, But I'll definitely love to get into that bag because never know. Maybe I could rap like a Cardi B, but we're not gonna go there yet.
Oh, Cardi B, somebody's showing you a challenge.
Cardi B rapping,
Somebody's showing you a challenge. Cardi
B.
I didn't say it.
She be rapping. Like no challenge this way. She got it. She got it.
She's saying it.
Right, she got it. Like no challenge this way.
Yeah, Tulsa Rising Star.
Yes.
Right. So, you know what I mean? How did you end up being a single mom?
Bad decisions, bad choices. Just not being responsible, honestly. I'm not the type to, it's going to get real deep real quick. I apologize, but I don't, believe in abortion. So when, that responsibility came, I took it. And
okay. So hold on. Let's break it down. Tell Alexis story. How did you and your baby daddy or your child's father meet?
How did we meet?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I knew him since like elementary, middle school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But we re-met on a dating site.
Oh.
If I'm gonna be honest. We re-met on like, I think it was BLK or something like that. We re-met on and
so what year was that?
That was 2021.
Oh.
My daughter was born 2023.
Okay.
It was like 2021. Yeah. But great person.
Did you guys had plans to married or just fun time?
It was always supposed to just be a fun time. I think that's how all the love stories start. It was always supposed to just be a fun time. But he wasn't really ready for another kid at the time. So
he already had a kid.
Right. He has several kids ahead of like me. Yeah.
How many kids?
I think he's on his 5th kid.
Really?
Yeah.
How many
he's
baby mamas?
He's 25.
He's 25? Mm-hmm. With how many kids? Say that again?
He has 5 kids.
So every year he'd be like popping?
I guess he figures let's.
So how many baby mamas?
They all have separate.
So 5 baby mamas?
Yes.
Dang.
Well, 4. Sorry.
4.
One has 2 kids by him. Yeah, 4. 4 baby mamas.
Didn't you knew that before? Be like, yeah, man.
No. I only knew he only had 1 kid when, yeah. But
he lied to you?
Well, no, he had 1 kid. But we were both pregnant at the same time, me and the other girl.
You trying to tell me he was messing with you and messing with other girls at the same time?
Yes, we were never in a relationship though. We were just, them BLK fun times. Well, you may not know, but I'll speak and say the BLK fun times.
What's BLK? I don't know. So you tell me.
BLK is a dating site for Black people.
No, okay, I know BLK, but if you say BLK fun time, what does BLK fun time means?
BLK fun times is just a hookup. It was just supposed to be a BLK fun time. I mean, yes, I had known him since elementary, middle school, but it was God had his way, and I guess I was supposed to get responsibility out of that situation. But we were never in a relationship. So when I was pregnant, I didn't try and pursue that with him. He tried to pursue it with me, but it just felt like a kind of making a family type of thing. And I'm like, I'm not, like, my happiness kind of comes, you're not going to just be a family because now we have a child together, if that makes sense.
But if he was willing to do it, then why not?
Because he was still talking to someone else, and it wasn't authentic. If I felt like he was...
Okay, let me put it this way, right? Mm-hmm. I'm the man, right?
Right.
I'm your baby daddy, right?
Okay.
And then I know you're pregnant.
Okay.
And I'll be like, hey, you're carrying my child now, so why don't we make it official? What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that if you're authentic about it and if you're being honest about it. But if you have someone that you've been talking to on and off for like 3 or 4 years, and I know that I'm getting myself into drama and I'm already pregnant, I'd rather not.
Did you sit and had that conversation with him?
I did.
What was his reaction?
It was still, oh, I'm done with this person. And then right after I had my child, he was still with that person. So I kind of knew, head on. I was like, that's just not a situation I want to get myself into, whether having a baby or not. I think he kind of just used that as let's get together type of thing. But if I wasn't enough before the baby, I just felt like it didn't make sense after her,
Currently, when he comes to you, be like, hey, you know what? I'm done with everybody. Let's settle down. Are you going to do it?
No.
Why?
Because I'm just not interested in him anymore. He's not I've seen good dads. I'm around a lot of good dads on the daily. My dad, a lot of my friends are great dads. And he's just not even a great dad. And I feel like that kind of is one of the top boxes in my life right now, is checking off to be a good dad. If you're not even a good dad, we can't talk. That's just not.
But people could change. He could change and then be like, hey, yeah. I'm a changed man. Right. I want to be great. I wasn't good in the past, but now I'm a new person. So what about that?
Not that person, no. I just think life has done its course and it's no real feelings there. It's just we had a child and it's not anything that I want to go back on. Now if we created her and we were in a relationship, that would be different. But we never had a relationship before her and we've never had one after her. So it's just kind of like I had a baby with a friend, if that makes sense.
But aren't you looking at a bigger picture? There's a child in it. It's not just you.
Yeah.
The baby involved. So aren't you looking at a bigger picture that, hey, every kid needs both parents in their life. So aren't you looking at that picture from that angle?
Yeah, but when she's growing up, I want her to know that settling isn't an option. So if I feel like even with her dad, it's settling, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to settle with any man.
Okay.
I love your questions.
Okay.
I love your questions.
Okay. So hear me out on this, right? Mm-hmm. Every kid needs both parents in the house.
Right.
And then it goes along. Did you grow up with both parents in the house?
I did.
So why don't you give your kid the same privilege?
I expect her to have the same privilege, but I'm just not going to create a toxic environment for her to have that.
Is he toxic?
He's toxic, very much so.
Really? How toxic? Explain that.
He's very toxic.
How toxic? I don't know.
He had a girlfriend for 3 or 4 years. I think they're going on 5 now. They weren't God didn't bless them to have a child together, but she had a miscarriage due to him cheating on her.
Oh.
He literally was going out having, intercourse with other women, bringing stuff back to her, caused them not to be able to have their baby. And then he had another baby on her. He had me, which was a baby on her. And then he had another baby on her. So he's had 3 or 4 babies on the one woman he says he loves more than anything. So I was just like, if 2 + 2 is 4 and my mama didn't name me Boo Boo, that's not the direction that I want to go in.
Hear me out. But people could change, right?
People can change.
People can
if they want to change.
Yeah, so I'm saying if he comes to you and be like, hey, you know what? I know I was shitty back, but now, I want to be better. Mm-hmm. Let's build something up. You're not going to accept him?
No. Because it's been that, you got to understand, it's been that for a lot. He said that a lot, that's just kind of the go-to for him. Or, I've changed. I've done this. You know, not on top of he's thrown a lot of my baby's stuff out. Like, I'll give him some things for her. We obviously live separate. So there'll be times where I'll give him stuff for her, and he will get evicted and not text me, not text my mom, not text anyone, and be like, hey, can you come pick up her stuff? I don't live here anymore. He's done that 2 times to her. Cribs, clothes, I mean, a whole bunch of stuff. He's just a selfish person.
You're trying to say he's not responsible?
He's not responsible. He's toxic and he's not responsible. So I don't, you know, my baby has stability. She's 2, so she needs stability. You know, she needs, you know, as much as I would like her dad to be there, he's just not right now.
Is he on child support?
It's coming in the works. Process is getting there because he's not the type to just give it. So yeah.
So he's not.
We're gonna have to get the white man in.
You saying he's not contributing to, you know what I mean, to his own child?
She didn't get a Christmas gift this year, but he wanted to see her on Christmas. And I asked him, I said, did you get her a Christmas gift? Like, did you think about her? He was like, well, why would I get her a gift if I can't see her?
So whilst you were having all the fun time, were you not protecting yourself? Or you just, you know what I mean, hey, I just do it. That's all.
No, that wasn't a thought, you know, to be honest. That wasn't a thought. Having a fun time, we were just, you know, having a fun time. Wasn't thinking ahead at the moment.
Okay. How is his relationship with the other baby mamas? Because I know you definitely know them.
Yeah. He has a restraining order. Well, she has a restraining order on him on one. Doesn't communicate with the other. So it's pretty toxic on the other ends as well.
You're trying to say he has a restraining order on the other baby mama?
The baby mama has a restraining order on him.
Oh.
Yeah.
You knew all this before, you know what I mean?
This all happened after. I didn't know anything about his personal life until after I had his child. And that's when everything started, you know, coming into... Oh, and he has a gambling problem. That's another thing. So, gambling issues, that's not something I want. That? Bad enough to get evicted twice, you know, that's...
How was his upbringing like? Because he was your friend, you know what I mean? So you knew a little bit about him. So how was his upbringing like?
From what I can see, I think he had a lot of hurt, you know, from his mom, a lot of hurt, you know, from him saying that men were chosen over him, and like his mom's spouses would be chosen over him. I think it's a lot of like hurt from his mom, and that's why he is the way he is. But that's just no excuse to be a bad father in my head. You kind of do better than that in my head, you know. No one's perfect, and I give him plenty of grace to be there for his daughter, but still got to be stable. So,
dang,
it's life.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot.
So, what are you trying to do next in your next relationship? You know what I mean? How are you gonna, you know what I mean, kneel down selection? How is your next, you know what I mean, whoever you gonna settle down or be in the next relationship, what's...
Well, I'll tell you the boxes. Like, one of the boxes is being a good dad. Being a good dad is a box.
How can you know a person could be a good dad?
You can actively see it. If I'm around you, like, let's say I see you every other day or every 3 days, and you're not ever on the phone with your kids, you're not ever talking to your baby mother about seeing your kids aren't around, I don't hear you ever talk about your kids, that tells me something.
So what about if the person don't have a kid?
Well, if they don't have a kid, then that's just different. Then you can't, that's not even a box that's...
No, but how do you know he gonna be a good dad?
I mean, you can kind of tell most of the time. You can tell when they're around kids. They could fake, though. They could fake. I mean, sometimes that's why I feel like having a kid, I don't mind a guy, like, having a kid at this point. But I would tell any of my other friends, like, if you're a guy, like, someone you're pursuing, don't just automatically try and get with someone that has a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because you're settling. Like, if you don't have a kid, try and find you a spouse that doesn't. But, like, since I have a kid, that's not, like, a deal breaker for me anymore, if that makes sense.
Okay, what does, you know, I mean, a typical day look like for a single mom?
Well, we're waking up, getting them off to school, depending on that day. If we have to go to work ourselves, we're going to work. Yeah, if we're at work, 9 times out of 10, we can't be in 2 places at once. So we're having people help, pick up, drop off, babysit. Yeah, single moms. Shout out to the single moms. They are, listen, we're the truth because it's hard. Mentally, like if your support system, like I applaud my support system every day. Like they're the reason that I am the way I am. Like I'm not depressed. I'm not walking around like God is good. Like I have a great support system.
So what's your support system?
I have my mom, I have my brother, I have one of my best friends. They all come through, 2 best friends, they all come through and definitely make sure that I'm, okay, mentally checking on me. I think that's important. Mental health is really important, to make sure you have, everything you need.
Would you ever advise a friend, a young girl coming up to be a single mom?
No, never.
Share your experience. Why?
It's just not, that's just not the goal. You don't ever want to, no one ever wakes up, or even when you're having a kid, I feel like it's a big decision to know that, your baby dad's not going to be there and you're still going to have that child. I think that's like a real heartbreaking decision for any woman, knowing that this man is not going to do right by this child, but you still want to have it. A lot of women at that point would have just been like, you know what, let's just try again. And you know what I mean by try again. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like it was very easy, for me to be like, you know what? God does everything for a reason. It wasn't my timing and it wasn't with my person, but I'm not gonna, you gotta roll with the punches. You gotta roll with the punches in life. So,
okay.
I'm blessed.
What are some challenges you face so far being a single mom?
Being a single mom, just having those days where you're just like, God, just give me the patience, Patience is big. Like I feel like, that's the only difference from a single mom or even just a mom and a regular woman is like the patience that children give you is beyond. It is beyond. Like you got to keep waking up no matter how frustrated you get and just keep going. It's because we don't have, before you have a kid, you don't have good days. So if you imagine having a kid and just throwing that on top of it, it just, you know what I'm saying? It just already, it's uncomfortable. It is. Because you don't want to, God forbid, no one wants to shake a baby. But sometimes, plenty of times I had to walk away from my baby and just not, because it was just overwhelming, you know?
So you mean to say you sometimes feel so frustrated, you feel so angry, you feel so mad that, why am I doing it alone? And then why is it not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that how you feel sometimes?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely how I felt. I felt like alone. Like I remember one time breaking down, crying to him, telling him like, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask to be a single mom. I didn't ask for, I love my baby to death. But I told him, I was like, I didn't even ask for this baby. And you're like making me do everything on my own. And it's not fair. And I was crying, like bawling my eyes out, crying, like couldn't drive. I was like emotional because I was just like, you don't even care. And this is like not just my baby, it's yours. Like this is literally your flesh and blood. And you're just like giving up on her in a sense is what it felt like to me.
Okay. So how did becoming a single mom or a single parent change your view on yourself?
It made me realize how strong I am. Like I definitely felt like, I'm not gonna lie, just going through life made me realize how strong I was. But after like being a single mom, always like seeing that fantasy, no one, like I said, I would never tell any girl to be a single mom. I tell her to wait, tell her to be responsible. And these men they're just literally, they want what they want. And you got to know what you want, and not settle or fall into whatever trap that they try and, lay out.
No, I see. So are there good men out there?
There are some. I think that, to me, in my eyes, like the good men are the ones that are truthful. You can't be mad at a truthful man. It's like you can, but you can't be. I feel like there are so many men out here that intentions are just so not clear that a man's, when their intentions are clear, it's like you have to respect it more than someone that's, giving you rainbows. And
most of you ladies don't want a good man.
Why do you say that?
Yeah, we see on social media, right? Most females, don't want a good man. They want the fun, the bad guy, and then the bad guys will lead you guys on to, being a single. Because wait, sometimes I sit on social media, right? I'll be looking at stuff, and I'm like, man, he boring, man, he boring, man, he boring, man, he this, man, he. But you know what I mean? You girls don't want the good ones. The good ones, you guys say they are boring. But yeah, you want the fun guys, and the fun guys, it will lead you to, you know what I mean? So why sometimes, you know what I mean?
I think we want a good mixture. I don't think we want, I don't want a man that sits at home all the time. I mean, I've had a friend where all we did was sit at home and I'd watch him play his game. And that's not fun to me. That's not fun. Like, who wants to do that every time you see someone? Like, you want to go on dates. You want to, even if it is just a friendship that's not going, like, to a relationship or a situationship, if you may. Like, you still want to have fun with someone. And if someone is just too much of a homebody or a boring guy, then yeah, I mean, I feel like every girl has the right.
Good men are boring.
I don't agree. There are some good men.
Okay, so hear me out, right? A good man will work so hard, want to make sure, hey, bills are straight, you know what I mean? The basic necessities are straight. And then doing that in this economy, he got to work a lot. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then most of you ladies don't want that. You be like, yeah, we want to do this, but most are here on social media where a lot of ladies will be like, yeah, I want all the bills paid. I want to be a stay-at-home mom or wife or wherever. But that is not easy. With one income, then the men got to push more. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So that you ladies don't want it. So you prefer going with the bad guys who like, okay, you have the fun, but it comes to the other side.
I kind of see what you're saying because I've seen situations where the man doesn't work and then the girl doesn't work to be up under the man. And I've been in situations like that where I just was like too into a guy and all I did was just be with them. But then I have found healthier situations where it's like all we did was work together. So like our free time went to each other versus like, you know, just doing anything and just. So, I mean, I feel like if you find your healthy balance, it just works for you. And that's kind of something I'm learning. Like if it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't, you know.
But what I know is that most females will be like, I don't want to do 50-50, even if she's working. Yeah. Yeah. You'll be like, no, she's working. So in that case, what you gonna do? Because females be like, yeah, I don't want to do too much. I want a soft life.
It depends. I feel like starting off 50-50 is okay. But after a certain amount of time, I think you can do a 75-25 with your woman. You know, as long as she's making sure you're good. Now, if this is a selfish woman, then this doesn't apply. You know, but if it's a woman that's making sure you're okay and that's on the back end, hey, babe, I need gas, like I need, you know, all of this, then yeah, I think 75-25 is okay. You know, but if it's a selfish woman that you can't get 50 cents out of her or, you know, you can't get a drink out of her, then yeah, I mean, 50-50 is what it's going to have to be because you're going to, I mean, but who would want to be with someone like that anyway? So it's kind of like I feel like you just have to have your balance. That's why I say some things work for other people, some things don't work. But 50-50 is okay with me at the beginning. But down the line, like 2-3 years maybe, I think 75-25 should be, you know, like when I'm married, I think 75-25 should be okay, you know. But 100, I mean, you don't have, my man don't have to pay all the bills. It's not that serious to me. I'm not that spoiled. But I want, you know, I want some type of, you know, I want to help my man. I don't want to see my man struggling. I don't think any real woman wants to see their man struggling.
Maybe, okay, so let's take it this way, right? Maybe years before, you wouldn't have had this mindset.
No.
Yeah?
No.
But now the situation you went in, sort of like, I kind of like it. You know what I mean?
I think it just came off of just like going through life. Like when you realize like, yeah, bills are expensive. You wouldn't want to see, like, your man would struggle paying, like, even just in Tulsa, a man would struggle just paying bills by him. Like, that's not in a relationship. You know, if you're using the water, I think that's just what you would do with a roommate. So even just in a relationship, I feel like that's just kind of, you should just start off there, you know, like you should start off 50-50. That shouldn't be a problem. But some of these women, like you said, they're different. They're not doing 50-50 with any man. It doesn't matter. And that's just their discretion.
Okay, if you live on your own, you pay full bills. So would it not be like, hey, live in an economy that, hey, one income alone is not enough. So it being like, you know what? Let me bring part of my money and let him also bring part of his money. And then the rest we could save together. Because if you guys are together, whatever money coming from you or him is for the house. Team.
Yeah.
But most don't see it that way.
No, they don't. They don't see like saving is not even saving in this generation is not even thought of. Like, and I feel like it's just because one, it's just so hard. A lot of people are just still living paycheck to paycheck.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, so it's just hard to even get the bills paid and then be able to take yourself to dinner outside of that. You know, like it's hard, especially in Tulsa. I feel like everything is just so overpriced here. You know, I'm living in a 3-bed and it's $1,500, and I know some people are like, well, that's pretty decent, but I just feel like a single mom paying, like, even with a roommate, it's still a lot because you're still paying diapers, wipes. I mean, it's just so many expenses as a mom that outside of rent, and that's not even if you have a car note. I'm blessed to have my car paid off, but I'm just saying, like, outside of that, it's a lot. It's a lot that.
I see. So, what's one big thing people always get misunderstood by single moms?
I think that we're quick to drop off our like babies. Like, a single mom is always, because we want our breaks, you know? So I feel like me, I'm not gonna lie, my support's to my mom. I feel like sometimes I'm quick to drop my baby off, you know, but those breaks are important for us single moms, you know? So, and like before I was a mom, I'm not gonna lie, I looked at moms like, why is your baby always with why is your baby always with your aunt? Why is your baby always with, why ain't your baby with you? You know, I'm wondering, you know, and now just as a mom, I get it. Like, you need those breaks mentally, you really do. So I think that's like one of the misperceptions. Like, we never want to be with our kids, and really it's just like, we need a mental break, you know. It's hard. It's hard being a single mom, you know.
How do you take care of your mental, well-being?
I'm not gonna lie, I smoke, but outside of smoking, because I'm not gonna lie, there's been situations where smoking hasn't helped at all. I mean, I'm literally so stressed out that I'm just feeling like, yeah, this isn't even helping. It's making me more upset. It's making me more mad, you know. And I feel like I always center and go back to God. That's always been my shield, you know. I'll be going through things. I mean, life is hard. Like, I've been through a lot of trauma. I feel like everyone's been through trauma. You know, I've been through trauma, and God's just always been there for me. I don't really know. And I feel like that's why sometimes it's hard for me to help, like, my friends, because I'm like God and church has always been like my run back to. You know, I was a pew baby, so I was always in church, you know, wearing the little church hats. I mean, that was just me. But it's kind of hard to help someone like my best friend that had like mental health. Like, I didn't know what to really tell her other than like, come to church with me. Like, let's, you know, like it's kind of hard to tell anyone how to help their mental health without saying something about God in my eyes, you know, because weed and all these different drugs won't help. Like, and I'm speaking from a personal experience. It'd be different if I felt like, you know, like I never smoked, or I never drank, or I never did any of the coping mechanisms, and I'm just speaking down on them. Like, no, I've done all of them, and not all of them. Let me turn that back. I've done a lot of them, and they never.
What do you mean a lot of them?
Let me
break it down.
It'll literally just be weed. Yeah. I mean, I've tried not weed, and then I've done alcohol. I mean, that's just those are my go-tos. I mean, I've tried coke. I've tried it. That wasn't something that I like did that was something like, hey, try this, and I trusted the person. But outside of that,
who made you try that?
You said who made me try that? I can't give out names.
No, it could be like maybe your friend.
It was just a friend. Daddy? It was just a friend.
Is he your baby daddy?
Oh no.
What kind of friend was that?
It was just one of the friends, but it
was
was something that
a female friend or a male friend?
It was a male friend.
Was he at a party?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't trust party favors. That's what I call them, party favors. When everybody got them and they passing them around. No, I don't trust party favors.
So how did you feel? You know what I mean, when you took that?
I mean, it was okay. It wasn't something that I'd like. I have my medical card. Like, that's something that I do more often than anything.
How many times did you do that?
Like 2.
Twice?
At least, yeah.
Did you feel like you're on top of the clouds?
Not like people make it seem. No. That's why I was like, it's.
So how did you feel? How was it feeling?
I feel like shrooms were better than anything. Shrooms, mushrooms. I've tried shrooms before too. Shrooms is it's like some people see colors, some people see a whole bunch of stuff. I've never seen colors. It's just more to me, it felt more like a a weed high, but like it lasted longer than what weed is only gonna last you about like maybe 30-40 minutes. Like me, because I don't like smoke a whole blunt by myself or anything like that. I'm puffing it, I'm putting it down because I'm a mom, so I'm not doing it around my baby or nothing. I'm doing it like off to the side, so I don't have that much time to just indulge. But yeah, I don't really. Coke wasn't something I was gonna spend the block on. I'm like, it didn't feel good going up my nose. It burned. It wasn't not something I was just.
Are you still friends with that person?
No. He has a whole family now. Congrats to him.
Oh.
He'll probably see this. He'll probably see this. Congrats to him. He has a whole family now.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you smoke, how do you feel?
Peaceful. I feel peaceful. I feel, I've smoked for a year or two, maybe at least, like consecutively, consistently, and it's just peace. I mean, I don't. But that's why I was saying like earlier, like sometimes you don't get that peace that you're longing for. So that's why I have to stop for a second. I take a lot of smoke breaks. Like when I mean smoke breaks, I mean like mental breaks, and I just don't smoke. I just stop smoking because it's not, when you get too overindulged in it, it just becomes, something that you don't even really,
What lesson has your kid or your child taught you so far?
She's definitely taught me how to slow down. Because, with kids move fast. And I'm not going to lie, I move fast too. So she's taught me to like slow down. Because if we're both moving fast, we're going to forget something. Somebody going to get hurt, So she's taught me definitely how to like just kind of tone it down, tone it back, and just think before moving so quickly. Because it's definitely hard with a 2-year-old and the tantrums and all of that fun stuff.
So, OnlyFans. Mm-hmm. Why OnlyFans?
I definitely so I'm deciding to go a different path. I'm not, because like being basically in Tulsa, even just as well as just anywhere else, I feel like every woman just runs to OnlyFans, and I'm actually.
You mean every woman in Tulsa runs OnlyFans?
They runs to OnlyFans, and
why and how?
I'm just choosing to be different. I'm not doing OnlyFans.
So what are you doing on OnlyFans?
I'm not doing OnlyFans.
So what do you want to go do on OnlyFans? Because
nothing. I don't want to do anything on OnlyFans. I'm trying to like be different and not like do something completely out of the, like, that's why I said like I'm actually trying to not do anything involving like sexual or anything on OnlyFans, like, because I want to just do my music, like my brand, and I feel like that's gonna kind of be what's going to make me like not go as big as the other women may have doing OnlyFans. That's, Are you
going to promote your music on OnlyFans?
Probably not.
But it's a platform.
It is a platform.
So it's a platform somebody or a group of people made.
Yeah.
Right? So some females or wherever it is, using it for sexual, what I mean? But you could be like, no, okay, I'll go on there and promote my music.
Yeah. I could promote music on OnlyFans. I just don't even know if I want to open that can of worms, because then it's going to be like, it's going to come with so many questions of, okay, well, do you do other stuff on OnlyFans? Like, just think about it like a woman promoting OnlyFans. You're going to automatically think of, that.
Go stream my music on OnlyFans.
And even if you say that, they're still going to be like, okay, well, what else is on there?
It could be a new thing. It could be like a new way. Like, hey, go check my music on OnlyFans. Because, when you say OnlyFans, it comes in the mind of like, you know what I mean? But if you say, hey, go stream my music on OnlyFans, people be like, huh? What kind of music are you doing?
Yeah, they probably would be intrigued if you did OnlyFans as a promotional type of thing. It may be something I would do, but it would definitely just be only music on there, because I just don't. That's just not how I want to start my like platform. I just don't want to start it with sex and the extra. Like, I want to have a sexy type of flow with me, but nothing like crazy where people are like looking at me, and I mean, I just want to do the music. We're just gonna let the music speak for itself,
Okay. So if a company is paying you to be like, hey, we want you to promote or produce your content on OnlyFans, how you gonna do it with good amount of money? How you gonna do it?
Money is money. I'm not gonna do it though, because I feel like you're selling out.
Let's say about like $1 million. You know what I mean? How you gonna do it?
Right now, it's no. It's right now, it's no though. I'm being honest. Right now, it's no. But you put the money in my face, who knows? You know what I mean? You put the money in my face, who knows?
Yeah,
but
you'd be like, okay,
right now it's no. Yeah, look, $1 million.
Yeah, and like
man, that's hard to pass up. That's a straight millionaire. I mean, there would be no grinding. You're just a millionaire just off of one decision.
Like, I'm taking the bag, huh?
Yeah, I might take that bag. $1 million, I might take that bag. So, but anything less, oh no.
Yeah, so what you gonna post on there?
They all gonna be looking, and that's why I feel like just even promoting music, they're all gonna be so discouraged when they see that it's music. They're not even gonna care about anything outside of that. They're just gonna be like, oh wow, unsubscribe. You know, they're not gonna care about nothing outside of sexual. I feel like this generation's just like that. They don't care about anything other than sex and what sells, and you know, worshiping false gods and all that fun stuff that they love doing.
Okay, but do you think people make money on OnlyFans?
Oh yeah.
Do you know people who are making money on it?
I don't. But I know people make a lot of money on OnlyFans. Oh yeah, I mean it makes sense. At least they are doing it with a price. Some are giving it up for free. At least I can respect those type of women. At least they're making it the way they're making it. You know, I don't do it like that, but can't knock them for how they hustle. Everyone got their own lane.
Okay. So tell me this, right? How do you think society looked on, females practicing or doing stuff on OnlyFans?
I mean, I don't think they respect them. I think they say that they do, but I think they don't really respect it as much as they would someone that's, you know, maybe got it just another way. You know, I'm not saying that that's like a wrong way of doing it. That's their way of doing it. But I feel like anybody can sell some, you know, butt pictures, titties. Anybody can sell that. But when you really got it off your brain, I mean, when you really grinding, when you have your businesses, I mean, that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm going for someone being like, yeah, she got it straight down below, and there wasn't no, you know, sex intended. She didn't, you know, fuck her way to the top, or just, you know, she didn't do it that way. She did it the real natural way. And if it takes longer, it takes longer. But I'll have like my morals attached. It'll be different, you know.
Oh wait, are you saying if that bag of money is in front of you,
my morals might go out the window? Wait, that's $1 million we're talking.
$1 million, even more than that, in front of you, and it was like, hey, do it maybe 5 videos, and then you get that bag.
I might do them 5 videos. That's $1 million.
Yeah, 5. You know what I'm talking about. You know the kind of videos on OnlyFans. Like, yeah, do those videos, and then you take that bag. Are you going? Well,
it depends, because I feel like with them 5 videos, I feel like they would probably go in depth with them 5. I mean, they would try and get their money's worth with them 5.
How you gonna do it?
It depends, because now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, them 5 videos probably aren't as simple as I'm thinking. Those 5 videos are probably you getting R. Kelly and all kind of stuff on you.
Are you gonna do it? The bag is in front of you, right? It's right in front of you. 5 videos, and you take that bag.
I don't know, $1 million.
It could just be a day. Hey,
for $1 million, I still
for just a day. You know what I mean? You film that 5 videos a day, and then you take that whole money away.
For $1 million, I surely might. That's a millionaire in one go. I might. I don't know. If it was right in front of me, I don't see myself turning $1 million down.
So you do whatever they tell you to do.
$1 million, I don't know about turning $1 million down.
Yeah, so
anything below.
So you're gonna be like, yeah, I'm down.
For $1 million, I just might. $1 million, a millionaire. Yeah, that's different.
I'm taking the bag.
That's different.
I'm taking the bag. You're not living it.
Are you gonna take the bag for 5 videos?
No, I'm asking you. I'm asking you. No, you the star here.
Okay.
Not me. So are you gonna take it?
I probably would take it. I probably would. $1 million.
You shoot our videos.
$1 million for 5 videos. 5 sounds pretty low compared to $1 million.
Yeah. So you shoot all that.
It might be. Now, if the video's got to be plastered on the top porn sites and all of that, that may be something different. Because I do have a baby at home that will grow up.
Yeah, but okay. So even it's on the top of by sale on Pornhub or wherever it is, are you still going to do it?
If what?
If the videos are not going to be on top search, right? Search engines. And then it's only
like
there.
The ones people barely watch?
Yeah.
That would be a little more understandable. That would be a little more understandable. You know, maybe the low ones that people aren't maybe tuning into. Maybe that million will feel a little less bad, you know. Like I said, I mean, I got a daughter. I don't ever want her to click on her phone and just see her mama any type of way.
No, but what will be your daughter going to do on Pornhub?
No, but I mean, when she gets older, though.
So what was she doing there in the first place?
She's just what I did when I was younger on Pornhub, you know, just being nosy kid, you know, just being curious. You know, nowadays, kids are literally watching at a really young age, and they're just being curious, just, you know, but little boys getting on it, and yeah.
It depends on your parenting as a parent, you know what I mean? Because if you structure your home right with your kid, though kids, you know what I mean, might turn a little bit wayward, but the home, is it? Because the reason why I was saying we're having the earlier conversation was like, hey, having two, you know what I mean, responsible parents in a child's life, it's like, hey, you build a home, structure certain things in a certain way that, hey, the kid will be like, nah, man, I don't do this in our house. We don't do this. We do that. You know what I mean? Some of that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and some just grow up so strict that when they get older, that they felt so sheltered when they were younger, like church kids. Like church kids get the baddest rep. Or like church, like PKs, pastor's kids. Like I'm considered a PK. And we get the worst slack.
You're a pastor kid?
I'm a pastor's kid. And we get the worst slack because it's like our life is just hyphenated. Like if we mess up, if we step wrong, we're just, you know, going to hell versus the next person that can mess up and be forgiven, you know. So it's different. I feel like it's definitely different.
No. Oh, how was your dad?
Growing up?
Yeah.
He was very strict. He wasn't always a pastor. He was a minister. So he was under my pastor, the one we moved up here with in 2005. He was under that pastor, and yeah, it was definitely always strict. Didn't play sleeping out. I mean, you're not ever sleeping out, but your friends can come over, but you can't sleep out. Don't even think about like really.
Wait, what do you say, friends? Male friends or female friends?
No, female friends. Yeah. Male friends wasn't even a question. You know, we weren't even thinking about male, but like female friends could come over. Like I had church. I only ever went with my church best friend to her house to spend the night out. I never went anywhere else growing up. Ever. It was always like, and if I did, I was sneaking out. So it was not ever, you know, permission was given or, yeah. I grew up a little rebellious.
Okay. At what point did you let the dogs out?
Let the dogs out?
Yeah. Who let the dogs out? Whoop.
I was a freshman.
Oh, so when you started college?
No, I was a freshman in high school.
Oh.
Yeah, I was 9th grade. I was 15. Yeah, it was peer pressure. But yeah, that's when, yeah, when I became, but it was 15. I feel like it's not a terrible age, but I definitely was peer pressured. I didn't really start having sex till I was 16. That's when I really started. But after I lost my virginity, it was kind of like weird to me. So I didn't really I didn't understand it, if that makes sense. I was just kind of like, you know.
How close is the relationship between you and your parents, that your mom or your dad?
I'm really close to them. I'm family oriented. I really don't have like many friends. I just try and I'm close to my family, and that's really it. I probably have like maybe 3 friends outside of that. I love my people, and you know, I definitely sometimes it can get rocky because I'm 25, so I still like I'm stuck between living life and still trying to, you know, tame it down a little bit. And my parents are very big Christians, you know, so they obviously don't agree with a lot of like my decisions. but I mean, I'm still me, and I still have morals. I still respect myself. I don't, go out and do the crazy stuff that you would see a PK normally doing, but I'm still myself. I don't,
How would you call your faith? Like, are you like 100% like holy thou holy Christian, or are you like midway Christian, or are you semi-Christian, or how, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, I grew up in church. Like, I feel like God got me through a lot of the things, and I always give glory to God in any situation. So I feel like I'm definitely 100% Christian, but I also am 100% person, and I make mistakes, and that's why I was like saying, like, I feel like you can't really make mistakes in my position, or people just, like, one time I went to church with the hickey, and God forbid, people was just looking at me like I just created the worst act ever, so it's just kind of like that, things like that, where if Sister Shirley's daughter did it, you know what I'm saying, it wouldn't be as hyphenated if Pastor, daughter did it. So it's just a lot of that,
Oh, I see. I see. Tell me, in the next 10 years, how do you see yourself?
The next 10 years, I want to be a business owner. I want to obviously have my music flourishing. I want to have my own house. I want to have several cars. I know that sounds like selfish, but I want to have several cars. I want a house in my hometown, New Orleans. I really do. I want to be able to have a house here, since I grew up here, and I want to also have a house in Louisiana. And I just want to be successful. I want to be financially stable. I want to be able to kind of help women in my position that I'm in, like, kind of lead the right way, like, and get up the charts the right way. And just because when you like look at so many like people that are trying to like become successful, it's like so many hoops that they have to jump through, and so many people that they have to trust that really don't even have their best intentions at hand. They're just being selfish. I want to like be able to create my own like A&R company like Diddy did, like my own. Yeah, I know. I want to be able to create my own little A&R company where I'm creating the like the music. So I definitely want a music business for sure. I want to be able to, I want to go up. I want to have I already have like a great set of people around me right now that are just on the same type of drive I am. So I'm excited. The next 10 years is going to be amazing. The next 5 will be amazing, but the next 10 will definitely be more stable.
So are you signed to a label or a team now?
I'm not signed to anyone now. I'm talking to someone right now, and he's a great manager. He put on a great person in Tulsa. Everyone loves him, but no paperwork has been signed. So we're still just kind of seeing what I want to do, seeing where I want to go with it.
Okay. If you have 5 artists to collaborate with, give me the list.
Chris Brown off top. Breezy knows how to do any song. Drake. We're going to go Party Next Door. They are amazing. And then we're going to go to my girls. We're going to do SZA and Summer Walker. You can't lose. You can't lose with those threats. That's
Rihanna,
triple threats.
Why not Rihanna, Beyonce?
Beyonce does too much for me. I think it's too evil for me that way.
How is she evil? How is she evil?
She's very evil.
How? Explain.
I think she practices a lot of demonic practices that I'm not.
So can you be specific? Like, hey, she did this, she did that. You know what I mean?
I mean, she constantly throws up the Illuminati symbol. She, even when you just slow down some of her videos, she really looks possessed. And that's not. So yeah, I don't think I want to do anything with Beyonce. But a lot of these industry peoples are possessed. I mean, people that I named could be, practicing. But I feel like if you practice demonic, then yeah, you'll be possessed. That's just like practicing witchcraft,
So why can't you, whatever they're practicing is what, like you being a Christian, right? And they're practicing whatever they want. Mm-hmm. Right. So can't you separate, like, hey, this is what he or she believes in, and then just keep it on the job? This is what you do. I got no problem with that. But on the job, the music.
I feel like in other areas in life, you probably can like separate. Like if you go onto a job, let's say y'all work at Lowe's, yeah, you can definitely separate it. But like in the industry, I feel like who you're around speaks a lot of volumes on who you are. And I feel like music, You Don't Know Anything About the Devil. The Devil was like the best song, you know, so music has the best singer. So like music has like a lot of meaning to it. It can be, music can definitely be demonic, you know, and I feel like it's kind of hard to say if I let Beyonce get a feature on my thing that she's not going to say something that's demonic on it, or that I'm not going to pick up on it. Like there was a podcaster recently that had someone on, I'm not even going to say any names, but has someone on, and at the end of it that had them practicing like a demonic type of ritual. And the pastor was like, I'm not going to do that. So I feel like standing up for God gets you blessed more than just bowing down to just whatever.
But we're living in the world now. Artists have control over their creative, works. So, and then you might not necessarily have to be in the same space or studio with an artist to make a song. Hey, he or she throws you a verse, and then if you don't like something, you be like, hey, I don't like this on this, you know what I mean? So you need to, change or you correct something on it.
Yeah.
So for me, I think, hey, I don't judge people or tell them what to do in their lives or what they believe. But when it comes to work, hey, do your part. Let me have a part. If I don't feel good with it, I'll tell you, hey, I don't want this and it.
Right.
Period. If you can, then I move on.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. Would you want to be an independent artist or sign to a label?
I feel like I would want to be an independent artist.
How do you want to be independent?
Because labels just put so many, like when you see all these artists are in so many deals that they can't even get out of, and they're not even happy with their labels. Like I just see a lot of, and I see, like, I feel like in the beginning, people had to get in labels to be like outsourced and to be able, but there are a lot of independent artists that are still really successful that have bought their music catalog back. And, you know, I feel like when you get a label, it's just so much control that they have over your like craft, and you're like, you can't even do anything. And anyone that like loves their craft for real wants to have full control over it, you know? And I don't think you do that when you have a label. So that's not I feel like I would beginning to get, like, I'd get a label to get my name out there, but I feel like I wouldn't want to stay under a label.
All right. It's hard being an independent artist.
It is. It's very hard. It's very hard.
So in your case, would you say if an artist, like, no, if a label reach out to you right now, aren't you going to take it?
Yeah, I'm going to take it. I'd have to get my name out. Like, but I feel like my long-term goal would to be independent. I would want to, like, that's not, being under a label would just help me get my exposure, get my money, get, you know, like everything I want from artistry. But I definitely would want to be independent in the end. No one wants to be controlled, and labels have so much control over their artist. So.
Okay. All right. You know what I mean? Let's wrap up this conversation real quick. Advice you give, you know what I mean, younger ladies coming up that, hey, single parenthood. Should they toe that same part?
Oh, so my advice to the ladies would be, don't settle. I mean, go after everything you want in life. Don't wait for a little boy. Don't wait for anything, any man. I mean, get everything you want out of life. Men will be there. You know, having kids will be there. Like, worry about your businesses. Get your businesses. Get your education. Get your money the right way. Like, worry about your morals. Worry about if you can look at yourself in the mirror every day knowing what you have. Like, be a grinder, be a hustler, but be authentically you and trust in God. Everything will fall into place.
All right. Thank you, Jazz, the artist.
Thank you.
Jazz, the artist.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, guys. Thank you for spending your quality time with us on this episode today. It's been a great conversation with Jazz, you know what I mean? And I want you to go follow her, you know what I mean? Go check her music, you know what I mean? She's doing some good songs, you know what I'm saying? She got some good songs and some good bangers, you know what I mean? So, hey, thank you once again for staying tuned. And I'll be like, you know how we do. Once again, please go follow, subscribe, share, and tell a friend to tell another friend. K84 Podcast. It's a vibe. I've been your host, Kenna the Greatest. Catch you on that episode. All right. Yeah.
It's K84. Turn up. It's official.